Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking over the video game villains who may not have the appearance of monsters, but inside, they're about as reprehensible as it gets.
I need you to rest now, while I prepare the ceremony.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Frank Tenpenney, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas.
You haven't forgotten about us, have you, boy?
Hell no, Officer Tenpenney. I was just wondering what took y'all so long.
Get in the car.
It just wouldn't be GTA without corrupt cops, and Officer Tenpenney is about as crooked as they come. Voiced marvelously by Samuel L. Jackson, Tenpenney goes out of his way to make CJ's life a living hell, using him as a tool to help aid in his various illegal undertakings.
Now you get this straight. We own you. You're ours. We can shit on you from such a height, you'll think God himself has crapped on you.
Consumed by his own authority, there's no one he won't betray, manipulate, and kill to maintain his status at the top of the San Andreas pecking order. If you see blue lights flashing, best pray he's not the one behind the wheel.
I took the trash out. I did. And I do it all again.
Annabella Rosfield, Final Fantasy 16.
Is that the Emperor's?
You'd be hard-pressed to find a more vindictive and wicked queen across the entirety of the Final Fantasy franchise. Seriously, Annabella is so black-hearted in her approach to her twisted sense of legacy that even Cloud of Darkness and Ultimisia would tell her to take it down a notch.
The rubble must have protected him from the worst of the flames. Shall we take him prisoner?
No need for that. Kill him.
In order to achieve sovereignty and ensure her bloodline's continuation, Annabella arranged for her husband's assassination, dooming her kingdom and citizens, before swiftly getting hitched to a neighboring nation's emperor. And that's not even mentioning how she had her own son branded and sent off to die as a soldier, repulsive to her last breath.
Get away from me! This is all just a dream, just a bad dream!
Challus Mercer, Dead Space.
Another survivor, at last. You'll be safe here. I'm a doctor.
The marker's unholy alien influence can shift any unassuming soul towards the dark side. But even then, this science officer's actions made what was already a living nightmare so much worse. Inspired and obsessed by the power of the marker, Mercer does everything possible to spread the gospel, so to speak.
Convergence is so close. Maybe your death will tip the balance.
Not only does he kill his own comrades, but goes out of his way to develop the nigh unkillable super necromorph known as the Hunter, all in the name of his newfound higher calling. Definitely not someone you want in your personnel. Junko Enoshima, Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
While everyone else was trying to uncover the mystery of why they'd been kidnapped and imprisoned in a high school, little did they know they were all pawns in the game of a despair-obsessed psycho. Posing as the insidious mascot Monokuma, it turns out what everyone perceived as a mere fashionista was actually a criminal mastermind.
One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment.
Junko not only set up a series of death games and broadcast it all over the world, but also went about destroying said world behind the scenes. All in the name of causing as much havoc as possible. Why? Because it's what she lives for. Scott Shelby, Heavy Rain. Talk about a rug pull. For the majority of the game, as you investigate the serial murders of the so-called origami killer, Scott Shelby showed himself to be the kind of hard-boiled cop with a heart of gold typical of a noir crime thriller. Big man with a big heart and even bigger right hook. He was easy to like. Until he was revealed to be the origami killer, that is. Turns out that due to losing his brother in childhood, Shelby snapped, creating lethal challenges in the twisted hope of finding a father willing to brave death for his son. All the while, every action Shelby had taken throughout the game had been dedicated towards concealing his crimes so he could continue with his spree. Whoops.
I swore on my son's grave that I would kill the man who murdered him. I'm gonna keep my word.
Micah Bell, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Funny, huh? Sure.
I don't feel like being laughed at by the likes of you two.
Stop it! There are traitorous yellow belly varmints, and then there's Micah. There are bottom feeders not fit to shoot at, and then there's Micah. There are cowpokes mean enough to steal the coins off a dead man's eyes, and then there's Micah Bell.
There he is, old Black Lung Morgan.
Shut up.
Was he followed?
Excuse me?
While everyone in Dutch's posse all had their fair share of baggage and misdeeds, Micah was a special kind of scumbag. When he wasn't lying through his teeth to save his own skin, he was selling everyone down the river. The fact he of all people ends up being the one to bring down Arthur is just another shot to the heart. Enver Gortash, Baldur's Gate 3.
My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs, for the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service.
It would be one thing if Gortash was just another power-hungry nobleman seeking to secure himself absolute status. If only. As a member of the Dead Three, Gortash is a servant of the wicked god Bane, and along with his equally dangerous cohorts, seeks complete subjugation of Faerun, by means of infecting vast swaths of the population with Mind Flayer larvae.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth.
Abhorrent behaviour, without a doubt. But knowing that he was the one responsible for discarding Karlach and sending her to the Hells, where she endured unimaginable pain and isolation for 10 years? Oh, you'd better believe it was on sight!
You utter brat! You're going to burn this place down.
Good! Eddie Gluskin, Outlast, Whistleblower.
Die.
It's almost a testament when a character that, even among an asylum full of murderous and terrifying inmates, stands out as the pinnacle of depravity. Mr. Gluskin goes far beyond simply killing whichever poor unfortunate soul he comes across. No, he goes out of his way to turn each and every victim into his bride, a process that involves a buzzsaw.
A few snips of the flesh here and here, cut away everything vulgar. A soft place to welcome my seed, to grow our family.
Pair that with his commentary on love and starting a family, and you start to see how many layers there are to his madness. Well, that and an entire auditorium filled with rejected brides he's strung up.
You can hang like the rest of them.
Remy Duvall, Mafia 3.
Olivia, the people of this neighborhood expect me to protect them, not some greased-up wop assholes. No, I need to respond to this.
How could such a slick-looking gentleman with the face of no the North possibly make this list? Well, let's list off Remy's credentials, shall we? He's a white supremacist. He uses his radio show to promote segregation. His position acts as a front for a crime syndicate.
But here in Frisco Fields, we take care of our own.
And let's not forget he's an active member of the Ku Klux Klan, who's not shy about resorting to violence. Honestly, being bound to a cross and set on fire was probably a better fate than he deserved.
Sometimes I think you've forgotten your station in life, Olivia.
Irene Engel, Wolfenstein the New Order and Wolfenstein the New Colossus.
Was werden die Leute sagen, wenn du in eine Klinik für Fettsüchtige kommst? Generalstochter! Was für eine Schande. Los, Waffe herhalten!
It's not just the fact that Frau Engel is a Nazi. It's the fact that she is the Nazi. Every dark, heinous and cruel mandate associated with Hitler's ideology is a creed that she lives by. Extermination of all those who do not conform to her beloved New World Order is practically her mantra, one she showcases numerous times across the sequel.
Do you want to love and to cherish me till death do us part?
Taking enormous pleasure in the torture and degradation of her enemies. Hell, she nearly had her own daughter euthanized because of her weight. Is it any wonder someone like her would be given her own concentration camp to run? Engel is pure, unfiltered evil.
I'm gonna go down there now and join in on the fun.
Anya, my family.
Which of these video game villains terrified you with their atrocities? Let us know in the comments.
May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Phalisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.